Here's your host and broker-owner of the Dan Genis Real Estate Team, Dan Genis.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good one. It was nice and foggy for the drive-in this morning, so just be careful out in the county. We have an exciting show today. I have with me in studio Chris Gibb, the owner of Gibb Insurance Brokerage. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Very good, Dan. Very good. Thanks for inviting me.
Well, thanks for getting up this early in the morning and joining me in studio.
Yes.
Always a bit of a challenge for some folks. Oh boy! We also have we'll talk insurance all hour this hour, but we're still going to have our typical mortgage weekly tip and our weekly home staging tip as well. So we'll get to those. But we've got Chris stuck in the studio with me all hour. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So, house insurance. It's something that everyone needs. If you have a house, you need it.
It's one of those necessary evils, I guess we'll say.
But for someone who's had an issue with some water in his basement, who had to use insurance, it's a good thing I had it. You know, and we get a lot of that these days, don't we? We're getting more and more.
We do. Water has become the new number one issue for insurance companies in North America.
I believe that completely. Have you seen any big changes in the insurance industry in the last few years? Are things morphing at all, or?
I guess it's an industry that's constantly morphing. It's constantly changing. I don't think the general public understands how competitive this business is.
Yeah.
And each insurance company is trying to build a better mousetrap, deliver a better product at a better price. So, again, it would almost be impossible. But one of the biggest things right now is water damage. That's the bane of my existence.
The bane of my existence. And your office is in Amherstburg, so it really is the bane of your existence.
Yes. We've had quite a few catastrophic sewer backup incidents over the last few years.
Hopefully it's done. So you mentioned, a better trap. The insurance companies are trying different things. What kind of things do you find them trying to do to kind of attract more attention?
Well, I guess one of the biggest things with house insurance that's come around in the last few years is what they call a individualized rating.
Okay.
Where rather than just take the age of the house, the neighborhood, and come up with a price, they're really trying to dial it in to look at each individual factor and get you a rate that's individual to you.
Okay.
Most people don't know this, but your credit score can affect the cost of your insurance, your postal code. And we're not just saying, if you live on the east side of Windsor, or if you live in Tecumseh, or if you live in Amherstburg.
Yeah.
The actual 6-digit postal code. So if you live on one side of the street and you move to the other side, your price could change.
What's affecting it? What are they?
It's statistics.
History?
Statistics. It's total statistics.
Okay.
If your neighbors have a lot of claims, then it's more likely you may have a lot of claims. Credit scoring. I mean, credit scoring is a big one.
Yeah.
No one likes to talk about it, but it is the single best indicator of how profitable you'll be as a customer.
Really?
Yeah. There's no better indicator for our industry.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that would shock most people.
It really would. I mean, I can't speak for the insurance companies. I'm sure they would like to use it for auto insurance pricing also, but they're not allowed to. But for home insurance, it gives us a great indication. If you pay your phone bill on time, you're most likely to change your roof when it needs to be changed.
Wow,
you're more likely, if you make sure your credit cards are paid on time, you probably make sure your doors are locked.
You know what? You say that, and it makes sense.
It does.
It makes sense.
Does.
Scary, but it makes sense. They got to make their money, I guess, right?
That's right.
So you're, Gibb Insurance Brokers is a brokerage, so you have access to a bunch of different insurance companies, correct?
Yes.
So explain to us the difference between a broker and going to a company that's just the single company.
Okay. Basically, in the insurance industry, in the house insurance and auto insurance, you have what we call captive agencies and insurance brokers. So a captive agency would be your Allstates, your State Farms, your Cooperators, your 1-800 numbers like RBC. Those people represent one company, and they only have one product they can sell you. Where as an insurance broker, I'm just like yourself, Dan, as a real estate broker.
Yeah.
you're an independent business person,
Yep.
and I have access to 12 to 15 different companies that, as a broker, I can shop the market for someone.
Okay.
And it's less of a sales job and more of a job where you're finding the right product for the individual.
Yeah. Okay. And again, that's a perfect example. Chris just did the insurance on our new building. Everyone's heard about now. Yeah, everyone's heard about it. Keep you reminded by people. You're the guy on the front page. Yes, I am. I'm sorry about that. And in that process, again, you shopped our rate around, and like you said, not only do you care about the best price, but some companies are going to offer better terms, et cetera, et cetera. Correct?
Exactly. Some companies may offer different coverages that you require where others won't. The building you bought is an older building.
Yeah.
Some companies don't have an appetite for that where others do.
It's not that old.
Well, it's
131 years old.
It's classic. It'll be a classic. It'll be lots of fun for you.
What am I getting myself into? Oh, boy.
My father always said, "Never let fear and common sense hold you back."
Well, there you go. I speak those words. Okay, so again, as a broker, I've had brokers in the past where once they did my policy, I needed a change made. I didn't go to them anymore. I dealt with the 1-800 number, which is never fun.
Yep.
In your case, do you tend to deal with everyone from moving forward once you have a policy?
When you deal with our office, and for most insurance brokers, you're going to deal with a person.
Okay.
When you call our office because you need to
Yes.
you want to add coverage for your ring, or you buy a boat, you're going to talk to a person.
Yeah,
it's not a one.
office.
It's
it's
not a push one, push two.
Yeah.
You might not always get me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very busy,
Well, it's like
popular
my
guy.
office. Yep.
But my team, Jody and Emily, are there. Most of the time I joke you're better to talk to them because they have less things on their plate, and they're smarter than I am and better looking than I am. But you're going to get someone to deal with. And I say this as a joke, but I think it holds true. Insurance is a very complicated product.
Yes.
And if you have an issue, you want to know who you're yelling at. And that's, you want someone who, someone that is not hiding up in Toronto behind a 1-800 number. I live with the people that I insure. So I have to make sure I'm doing things the right way.
Yes. Would you make your bed, please? Okay, so that's a great start to the show, Chris. When we get back, we're going to take a quick break here. When we get back, I want to go through the process of getting a quote, that kind of thing. Later on in the show, I want to talk about some claims issues. What kind of products are our insurance companies not liking right now? Kitech plumbing, knob and tube wiring, that kind of thing, which is huge from our end in the real estate world. And so let's stay tuned right here to the Dan Gemis Real Estate Show. When we come back, we have lots more with Chris Gibb of Gibb Insurance Brokers.